What is cryptocurrency and why is everyone talking about Bitcoin?
Everyone's talking about Bitcoin hitting $100,000 and people are getting rich overnight while you're sitting there wondering what the hell they're even investing in?
Gambling.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the wild world of cryptocurrency.
Crypto gambling.
What it is, how it works, and whether you should care. Let's start with something we all think we understand. Money.
But you can do a nice gambling. You can do a structured gambling with crypto, if you know what I'm saying, what I mean.
Section 1. What is money? For most of your life, money has been pretty simple. Physical cash in your wallet, numbers in your bank account. The government prints it, banks move it around, and
Get a job, earn money.
you use it to buy stuff. But traditional money has some problems. Want to send cash to someone overseas? Get ready for a 3-day wait and ridiculous fees. Need to transfer money on a weekend? Sorry, banks are closed. And remember 2008 when those trusted banks nearly collapsed the entire economy? Good
Yes.
times. Traditional money requires us to trust middlemen, banks, governments, payment processors, who all take a cut and control how you use your own money. This is exactly the problem cryptocurrency was designed to solve.
I mean, Bitcoin, right? Because most of the other coins are just altcoins, and most of these cryptocurrencies are gonna go down to zero because it's just a scam, and the only person who's making money off of it is the owner of the cryptocurrency.
Section 2, what is
Initially the Bitcoin project, it's a really interesting project,
cryptocurrency?
and a few projects here and there along with crypto.
At its simplest, cryptocurrency is digital money that doesn't need banks or governments to work. It's money reimagined for the internet age. The first and most famous cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, created in 2009 by a mysterious person or group called
2009, I was 10 years old, right? I didn't know anything about Bitcoin, and I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, I should have bought Bitcoin at 2000 blah blah blah, or 2000 blah blah, when it was at a price of a pizza or something, right? I wish I would have done that as well, but what could I do, right? I was 10 years old. I mean, actually, I think I was, depending on the month, I was 9 years old. And dude, I missed out on the opportunity, but I didn't have any parents who were like financially illiterate. My parents, well, my mother was not financially literate, so she didn't teach us, or didn't teach me in this case, like anything about investments. Little did she didn't even know that Bitcoin existed, and yeah, I didn't have much of a foundation like and when it comes to financial background in my family. So when I found out about it, I was kind of too old and I missed out on the opportunity.
Satoshi Nakamoto,
It's just the case with most people.
who, by the way, nobody has ever identified. Bitcoin was created right after the 2008 financial crisis, when trust in banks was at an all-time low. Bitcoin's big idea was, what if we could create money that works without needing to trust anyone? Since Bitcoin, thousands of other cryptocurrencies have been created. You've probably heard of some.
The only thing I take issue with Bitcoin is that the fact that, well, there are projects involving Bitcoin, and I think one country adopted cryptoing as their main currency. I forgot what country was it right now, in South America, whatever. I'm not sure. I'm kind of outdated right now. But the only issue I take here with Bitcoin, and not that I have anything against owning Bitcoin, and it's cool, but the only thing I would be a little bit worried about is the fact that you only make money when someone else, like you make money off of, people continuing investing in that company, like, because it's not intrinsically, at least, generating any value like a stock, in which there's like a physical business who actually they offer jobs to people. So they are actually rotating the economy, I should put it that way, right? They're giving people work, they're producing something for real in the physical world, in which they are actually generating value intrinsically, at least, right? Bitcoin maybe it has different values, maybe it helps with transactions, in which is probably going to talk about in the video later on. But you only make money if you bought low and then you have to sell higher, and then it's only going to go higher if somebody else buys it higher than you, so that you can sell for this person, and then you make money off of this person. So like essentially, it doesn't go down. Essentially, it works that way in the primary state. Now some other people say that, oh, but it's a deflationary. I think it's deflationary crypto. So it gains value over time because there's only 21 million, something like this. I forgot what it is exactly because it's been a long time. Well, like I said, Bitcoin is cool, but I wouldn't put all of my life savings on it unless my life savings is like $1,000 and I don't have much else to lose. But if I have a considerable amount of money, I'll just probably manage my portfolio a little more. I wouldn't own just crypto and just Bitcoin alone. But that being said, let's continue watching because I'm yapping a lot.
Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana.
Dogecoin, bro.
They're called altcoins, or you can say alternative coins. And while they all work a bit differently, they share the same basic principles. If you're still watching, wow, I'm impressed. You're clearly as curious as I am. So why not take a second to hit that like and subscribe button? Go on, I'll wait.
All right,
Thanks a ton.
dude. All right, I'll do it. I haven't subscribed to him yet. What the heck?
All right, let's keep going. So now you understand what cryptocurrency is, let's cover how it actually works. Section 3. How does cryptocurrency work? This is where things get interesting. The technology behind cryptocurrency is called blockchain, and it's actually pretty genius.
Yeah, the blockchain technology is straight up genius shit.
Imagine a giant public spreadsheet that tracks every single transaction ever made with a particular cryptocurrency. Now imagine this spreadsheet isn't stored on one computer, but on thousands of computers all around the world, all updating simultaneously. That's essentially what a blockchain is. Let me give you a real-world example. Say I want to send you 1 Bitcoin. Instead of going through a bank, my transaction gets broadcast to the entire network of computers.
It's like the middleman is the world systems network, the whole world network. So everybody that's running on the blockchain environment, they're doing these transactions like separately. And if everything goes right, then you get your money and then your transaction's good, which is really interesting. It's genius shit.
These computers, called nodes, verify that I actually have that Bitcoin to send, record the transaction on the blockchain, and then it's done. No bank approval, no waiting for business hours, no one asking what the money is for. Just a direct transfer from me to you. To use cryptocurrency, you need what's called a digital wallet. Think of this as your cryptocurrency bank account.
One thing I like about crypto is that you can send money abroad almost instantly, right? Without having the middleman, for example, the banks, and having all these fees that these banks charge you, right? Charges. A lot of these banks, they charge a crazy amount of fee if you're going to transfer money from, I don't know, maybe say the US to Brazil, or from the US to Japan, or Japan to Brazil, or whatever, however, any country, doesn't even matter. This is a really, really solid option to use crypto to make your transfers, which is super. It comes so much more in handy, right?
But unlike a bank account, you completely control it. Your wallet has 2 important components, a public key and a private key.
Mm-hmm.
The public key is like your account number. You can share it with anyone who wants to send you crypto. The private key is like your password. It should never be shared with anyone. If someone gets your private key, they can steal all your cryptocurrency, and there's no customer service line to call for help. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Exactly.
So now you understand how cryptocurrency works, let's talk about why people use it. Section 4. Why do people use cryptocurrencies? There are some genuine advantages to cryptocurrency. First, it's global. You can send Bitcoin to someone in Japan as easily as you can send it to your neighbor. It's fast. International transfers that take days with traditional banking can happen in minutes with crypto. It's secure.
Exactly. This is the fastest way, I would say, to send money globally.
The
This could be the biggest advantage, I would say.
encryption
You know, besides you investing in a crypto and some of this crypto skyrocketing, and then you have like 10,000 extra money.
and decentralized nature of blockchain make it extremely difficult to hack or counterfeit. And it gives you complete control over
There's also staking. I'm not sure if he's going to talk about staking here.
your money. No bank can freeze your account or tell you how to spend your funds. But there are also serious downsides. Cryptocurrencies are incredibly volatile.
Exactly.
The price of Bitcoin might swing 10% in a single day.
10%. It might swing 50% in a single day. 40% in a single day.
They're still not
That's how this crazy this thing gets.
widely accepted. You can't exactly pay for your groceries with Dogecoin at most stores. The learning curve is steep. Managing your own keys and navigating exchanges can be confusing. And let's be
Yeah, dude, it took me so long to start understanding internally what crypto was, how to invest in it, how to open an account, what's a digital wallet, what is an exchange, because you can buy crypto from, an exchange as well, but now it's centralized, it's not decentralized anymore. But it's good for you to learn those things where exist. For example, what happened to FTX, right? You have to be careful what happened to FTX. So they were talking about crypto, but then the thing went bankrupt, right? But there are other exchanges, right? Like Binance. Binance is, well, to this day at least, it's more safe than any other exchange, but it's centralized, right? So you're not going to be in charge of your Bitcoins or whatever. Some people, they prefer a wallet, but for you to start, it's like clicking the buttons, understanding the dynamics. What is a spot Bitcoin? What's a leverage Bitcoin? What's a 10x leverage Bitcoin? What's a 2x leverage Bitcoin? 5x leverage Bitcoin? What's options? How to use options with crypto, for example, long call or put, right, to protect your portfolio. All these things, they take a long time for you to learn. And dude, it was so complicated for me when I first started, and I feel like this is a life learning, like a lifestyle. You have to always learn this because you're never going to fully understand everything.
honest, cryptocurrency has a reputation problem. From drugs to ransomware, it's been the currency of choice for some shady activities. So now you understand the pros and cons. How do you actually get your hands on some crypto? Section 5. How can you get cryptocurrency? The simplest way is to buy it on an exchange like Coinbase or Binance.
Exactly. This is the simplest way. But here we go. This is centralized, so it takes away a little bit of the initial goal of the crypto, which is own your own money. But I wouldn't have anything against it, especially if you never traded before, if you've never invested in crypto before, just so you know what it's like to open an account, to invest $10, just so you feel what it's like understanding the market, understand how it goes. And then, as you continue learning and you keep investing, you learn to have your own wallet and do everything at your own risk because it's volatile and all these things. So you got to watch it out. We got to watch out for that.
These are basically the cryptocurrency version of stock trading platforms. You create an account, connect your bank, and can buy crypto with regular money. In the early days, people could mine Bitcoin using their home computers. Mining is the process of using computing power to verify transactions and add them to the blockchain, and you get rewarded with new cryptocurrency. But today, mining Bitcoin requires specialized equipment and massive amounts of electricity. It's not really accessible to average people anymore. Some people earn cryptocurrency directly, maybe through a job that pays in crypto or through apps that reward you with small amounts of crypto for various activities.
Jobs that pay in crypto? What jobs pay in crypto?
Now that you know how to get crypto, let's talk about why people invest in it. Section 6.
To make bread, of course.
Why do people invest in crypto? The most obvious reason is the potential for massive returns. Bitcoin started out worth basically nothing and has reached heights of over $69,000 per coin.
Exactly.
People who bought in
this is the craziest appreciation ever, I think. It pretty much beat all investments in the world. All of the Bitcoin just destroyed everything.
Made life-changing money. Some people genuinely believe in the technology and its potential to change finance. They're investing in a vision of a decentralized future. Others use it as a way to diversify their investments.
I would rather use crypto to diversify. I wouldn't just again invest all of my money in Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB or all of these new altcoins out there, but more for diversification, because you can still earn money from the ups and downs, especially when Bitcoin goes down. You can put some money, wait up, get 20%, start again, get the 20% of profit, invest in a stock, then the stock earn dividends. and then you can just do it again, you know. And if you have your work or other things here and there, you just keep doing this game over and over and over again. And then when it comes to portfolio management, it depends how much you're going to have. Do you want to have 10% of your portfolio in crypto? Do you want to have 20%, 25, 30, 50, 80%? Some people, some people, they're more aggressive. Some people, they're more conservative. I am a little bit more conservative, right? Diversify. Again, he's talking about real estate. You can have crypto in real estate, right? This is all interesting, but this takes time for you to learn, right?
Adding crypto alongside stocks, bonds, and real estate. Let's be real though, a lot of investment is driven by FOMO, short for fear of missing out. Your cousin made $50,000 on some coin with a dog logo, and now you're wondering if you should jump in too. And the barrier to entry is so low. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can start with $10 if you want. Section 7. Should you invest in crypto? Here's my honest take. Cryptocurrency is both a revolutionary technology and wild speculation. It could change the future of money, or it could crash tomorrow. If you're thinking about investing, here are some guidelines. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Seriously, treat crypto like a trip to Vegas. It
Exactly.
might be fun, but don't bet your rent money.
Exactly.
Do your research. Not all cryptocurrencies are created equal. Some have real technological value.
Some others just pure trash. Scammers are the only ones who are going to make money off of it.
Are literal jokes that somehow became worth billions. Think long term. The day-to-day price swings will drive you crazy if you're constantly checking. And diversify. Even if you believe in crypto, it shouldn't be your only investment. Remember that for every overnight millionaire story you hear, there are thousands of people who lost money.
He was very down to earth here. I like this.
Crypto
He's not selling a dream.
world is full of scams, pump and dump schemes, and projects that simply fail. At the end of the day, cryptocurrency represents an interesting experiment in money and technology. Whether it becomes the future of finance or a footnote in economic history remains to be seen. What I can tell you is that understanding crypto now puts you ahead of most people. The technology behind it, blockchain, is already changing industries beyond finance.
One thing that you... Let me just let him finish the video and then I'll talk.
So there you have it. Cryptocurrency demystified. If you enjoyed this video...
All right. Yeah. So one thing that all of you guys need to understand, and especially me as well, is that nobody knows anything. So if people tell you, oh, go buy this Bitcoin or buy this or buy that crypto, in which, because they're saying that it's going to go up or whatever, it's just speculation. Speculation. At the end of the day, nobody knows anything unless you have privileged information, unless you own something, or you do have access to privileged information. Otherwise, everything is speculation. Nobody knows anything. That being said, it does not mean that you shouldn't put some money there to test, to experiment. You know, as long as it's not, again, rent money, you can always treat it slowly, right? But the idea is to learn, because in the beginning, I made so many mistakes, right? I was putting money into something. The worst thing that you can do is put money into something that you don't understand. And if you put money in something that you do not understand, at least put a low amount that if everything goes to shit, you don't lose your life in it, right? Because the only way for you to learn something is through exposing yourself to it. You can buy crypto. You can open an account in a broker or exchange, right? In a crypto exchange. You can invest. You can put like $15 here, $10 there. Learn how the thing goes up and down. You see the volatility of the thing, right? What's the spot market? What's the leverage? How much do you want to leverage it? And then you're gonna start learning about portfolio, how percentage off your portfolio, right? And then this could be a good lesson. That's how I learned how to invest. I was literally just trying to understand what are stocks. I bought some stocks here and there. I understood the dynamics of stocks. What's the difference between a stock and Bitcoin and a crypto? What's the difference between those two and a treasury bond? What's different? What is a cash flow investment and a non-cash flow investment? Because, for example, stocks and crypto they don't generate cash flow immediately unless it's a stock that pays you dividends. But some of these stocks, they do not pay dividends, so you do not have cash flow. You're fully relying on the appreciation of the market if you're buying that stock or that crypto. So all these things you learn with time as you train more and more and more, and then you get you get more in tune with the information, you do research. But ultimately, the tip here is, the advice here is, do not put money that it's gonna kill you if you lose all of it. For example, if you only have $10,000, you probably should not put $10,000 into Bitcoin. Now, if you do this, it's up to you, right? You do what you want with your life. I'm not your father. I'm not your mother. Nobody is, unless your own mother and father, and they're still not gonna be responsible if you do this with your money. So you have to do your own research, and because you can start investing in these cryptos for as much as $10, you can actually get exposure to it without, again, having an amount of money which is going to kill you. Because worst case scenario, if you lose $50, hopefully it's not going to kill you. Hopefully, okay? And you're going to tell me, oh, but you're not going to make any money. Yes, but it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, just so you know if you're going to be able to control your mind. Because a lot of people, they get desperate once they see something going down. You have to put one foot at a time. Don't go all in. Don't YOLO it, right? At least that's my advice. But at the end of the day, it's on you. Okay, you have to be responsible for your own life. So yeah, let's keep studying. This video was nice. I like that he did not try to sell a dream. And remember that when something is too good to be true, it probably is. So there's probably a catch, or there's probably something here that you're not really understanding. You have to be careful. Okay? Bye.